the Pantheon, the pyramids, and 2 rivers? That's right, it's top 10 ancient languages from history lost to time. Number 10, Latin, the language of ancient Rome and classrooms across the world. While some nerds would like to argue that it's still used today, and I'm sure a lot of you still know how to speak it, it is still used, but its widespread use outside of the medical profession or talking about ancient Rome is nil. Nobody ever says, well, I'm going on business in Europe, better bring my Latin guide. That's a crazy statement because 1, this is an age of information and smartphones and the internet, so that kind of just beats maps and guidebooks every time. You can just Google everything. And 2, because nobody is speaking Latin. I did always find it weird that when reading a textbook in school, everything got a Latin name. You got your Felis Catus, you got your Canis Lupus, and many other things that I cannot pronounce. And I know there's gonna be some nerds out there like, yeah, I can read Latin, dude, stop, I know how to do it. Number 9, Sanskrit. Latin was the granddaddy of languages in Europe. Well, Sanskrit may have been the first written language ever, which is actually mind-bending to think about. Imagine coming up with words and sounds and characters, and then everyone around you was like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's go with this, I like this is cool. It's speculated that its passing was around 600 BC. However, you may still hear about this one outside the classroom as India has it down as an official language, considering that all the old scrolls and scripts of Buddhism and Hindu are written in Sanskrit. That just makes sense. And like Latin and its many philosophers, Sanskrit's own Vedas are up for study as well. Will I study it? No, I won't. I'd rather spend my time trying to make you guys laugh. Cause I can't read. Number 8, Old Norse. This one is a personal favorite of mine, and who doesn't love a good Viking story? I mean, come on, they're super cool. Well, assuming you're on their side, I wouldn't want to fight them. Sadly for our not horned helmet coastal raiders, the language that berserkers would shout when bifurcating an enemy in half has been lost to time. How can this happen, you may ask? Well, it's quite simple actually. After settling so many lands and spreading out peacefully, eventually everyone was split up and time moved on. Each area of the Nordic peoples developed their own language, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. It's kind of like when you graduate from high school and you and your friends tell each other that you'll be best friends forever, except after the first summer off and everyone goes away to college, you get busy and it's hard to make plans. Then the next summer, when you're trying to reconnect, your friends look different and they sound different and it's not the same. And it's really scary. Number 7, Old English. This is something I always bring up during conversations of time travel, and it's why I have a theory that if we ever discover time travel, or make it, it will be marketed as a high-priced tourist trap because you'll never be able to stay, especially if it's anything from the last 100 years. It doesn't make any sense. Crazy tinfoil theories aside though, something I know for a fact is that if you went back in time and tried to say hello to your English ancestors, there would be a little bit of a snafu. You would not understand them. After the Norman victory, Anglo-Saxon was on the way out. All this talk of different ancient civs, I gotta say, it really makes me want to hop on the Age of Empires. You know what I'm saying? I missed that game. Also, let us know in the comments where you would go if you were time traveling. I'm curious. I'll read those comments in an upcoming video. I want to know, where would you guys go? Number 6, Ancient Greek. Oh, to live in a coastal town in Greece, crystal blue waters, beautiful hot sun, and all the yogurt I could eat. Oh. Nothing beats drinking wine, spread starfish, in my birthday suit on my white marble terrace. Well, my dreams of living in Greece aren't the only things that have gone out the window. Ancient Greek simply evolved over time. Will I ever understand any of it? I doubt it. I struggle with English as is, as you probably know. But I like Mediterranean food, so that's gotta count for something, right? Maybe if I study enough of the great philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, and my Greek neighbor, dude's old enough and wise enough to know everything, maybe I'll get somewhere, who knows? Number 5, Ancient Egyptian. If you can build the pyramids, then you can write a language. I said that. I coined that phrase. Put a stamp on it. Put some envelopes behind it. Put a stamp on it. Truth be told, it's the other way around. Some serious math went into making those bad boys. We'll never know 100% how they were built, but the balding man on the History Channel said it was aliens, so that's what it had to have been. The ancient Egyptian language has been extinct for over 1,000 years. The combination of hieroglyphs and no vowels makes it a very difficult language to understand, or just what it sounded like. Now, I am a doctor, a lawyer, a fireman, detective, and an archaeologist, and I would love to tell you what I think it sounded like, but I just can't do that. And even I'm stumped, man. I'm all those guys and I'm stumped. I don't know.
Wow.
Number 4, Berber. I honestly never heard of this one, but thanks to my dyslexia when I was researching, I thought it said Bieber. I know, right? And I thought I was about to get flashbacks to when I was for sure not jealous of Justin Bieber because every girl on planet Earth thought he was cute and not me. Ugh. Therapy? Pfft, no, I'm fine. I'm not upset at all, dude. Leave me alone, dude. I'm fine. I'm not jealous. What do you mean? Apparently, this was the language spoken in Morocco by the Berber people. Not Bieber, Berber. Fun fact, there are more people of Berber descent and culture than people who still speak the language, which is kind of weird to think about actually. While there are still some who speak it in Northern Africa, it is not as common as English, or Mandarin for that matter, so thus, it is a language we have lost. Number 3, Osage. Oh, to be Gloria Graham on the Oklahoma range. It's a good musical, watch it. Well, maybe not considering what happened to the Osage tribe. The Osage were an Indian tribe that lived in Oklahoma and the Kansas area. What happened to them? Well, just like pretty much every other Indian tribe in North America, they got shafted. In the colonial days, it was waves and waves of Europeans showing up and slowly pushing them out of their homelands. When governments were being formed and they needed more land, they asked them nicely, at gunpoint. Through years of people being moved and culture diluted, the language slowly dissolved over time. Today, there's only about 15 to 20 speakers of the Osage language, which over time is a far cry from what it originally sounded like. So hence again, it is a lost language. Number 2, Apica. Enter the Mato Grosso, South America, thick, dense jungle. Hiding in that thick rainforest vegetation are creatures who go bump in the night. Panthers and jaguars, venomous snakes and bugs, piranhas, and a weird fish that likes to swim up urethras. There's a pee-pee fish. Why? Why would they do that? Who made that? Why would the river do that? However, something cool to find in the jungle is the last speaker of Apica. Apparently, there's just a bro chilling in the rainforest like, yeah man, I'm that guy, pal. I'm that dude. Come on and learn some Apica, dude. I'm your guy. Brazil, being a Portuguese colony, eventually replaced all native languages, including Apica, just like they did in North America. Same sort of situation. Well, as long as the dude gets to chill in the rainforest and nobody's actually trying to cut the Amazon rainforest, I'm sure everything is fine, right? The approaching sounds of chainsaw. You know what I mean? Number 1, Akkadian. The cradle of all civilization. The civilizations of Mesopotamia, between 2 rivers. When people figured out that if we throw seeds in the ground and add some water and wait for the sun to soak that up, that makes lots of food. And if you own that land, that means you own the food, and that's what everyone needs to live, and that means you become king. And when there's lots of food, you need workers to harvest the food, which means you need money to pay the workers. And now there's towns and language to share and buy in the market. And that's exactly what happened in Mesopotamia. It was a really messy description, but we're gonna go with it. Where the first empire was formed, the Akkadian Empire. With that is the Akkadian language, which was a fusional language originating from Assyrian. If we had a time machine, it would be cool to see this stuff happening. The dawn of modern civilization. Many parents at home will understand this euphemism. But since this was the first empire, just like your first kid, it's bound to make a few mistakes. Here and there. It's okay, we got it right on like the 3rd try. Shout out to all the firstborns who were the test child. How you doing? That's gonna wrap it up for me today, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe here at Bumblebee. And if you too wish to find the mysteries of the ancient world, then check out my socials linked down below. I've been your host, Big Ched, and stay sweet, my little honeybees. You making me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Okay.